Hello everyone, I'm Polly and today I'm going to share with you some stuff that you can do every day to make more bells and Nook miles. I've been seeing a lot of new players and I think this can help a lot if you've just started playing or if you're thinking of doing a challenge where you can't really use Nintendo Online and have to get everything by yourself. I personally do this routine when I'm taking the game slow and I'm trying to get a lot of resources, bells and Nook miles because I've never used treasure islands. I have nothing against it, I just don't have the time to learn how they work, so I have to get stuff on my own. This routine can change every day depending on some factors and you don't have to follow the order of events on this video because again, you can adjust the order depending on different factors. And you can make more or less bells or Nook miles depending on the time you have available and the Nook miles tasks. But this method is the one that works best in my opinion because you'll get stuff without even realizing because it's so easy. Okay, so the first thing I do when I enter the game is check my mail. Sometimes villagers send you stuff that you don't necessarily like, so you can just sell it to Timmy and Tommy for some extra bells. One of the first things that I do as well is see what Nook Miles Plus tasks I have for the day because you can earn a lot of Nook Miles just by completing these tasks. I also like to have all my tools in my pockets as well as the wetsuit, a storage shed, a workbench, something I can use to cook, and a wardrobe to save some time when doing certain tasks. Okay, I started by cooking. Well, I didn't cook, I made orange juice on a stove, Animal Crossing logic, to complete the first task. On this video, I completed the tasks in the order that they're displayed, but I usually do the tasks depending on what's closer to me and that I can do right away. My next task is to stretch, and you should stretch every day to not only receive special prizes, but also because you can earn Nook miles by stretching, besides the daily Nook miles plus tasks. I like to work for the daily gain, but also work for the bigger goals that take more time to achieve. After stretching, I planted a fruit tree. And after that, I took a photo, and I love this task because it's the easiest way of getting Nook miles. After the photo shoot, I went diving for some sea creatures, and I will only catch enough for the task right now. I will dive again later, but right now I'm focusing on finishing these tasks. Now that I finished the tasks that give you double Nook miles, I'm going to do some more Nook miles plus tasks because they're usually stuff that I was already planning on doing, like hitting rocks. I like to hit all the rocks so I can get as many materials as possible, and there's also a money rock, which means free money. Of course I'm taking it. Be sure to put something behind you or dig up some holes behind you, either making a corner or right behind you, so you can get 8 materials instead of 5 or 6. You will get Nook miles if it's the first time that you're hitting the rock 8 times, and you get more materials or money depending on the rock you're hitting. Today I also have Flick visiting, so I decided to catch some bugs to sell them to him, so I can get more money and also finish the next task faster. It's always a good idea to interact with the NPCs that are visiting your island because you'll get Nook miles depending on the number of times you've interacted with them, and Flick and CJ will buy your bugs or fish for a higher price, so be sure to sell stuff whenever they're visiting to earn some extra cash. I also dig up all the fossils as I find them, or I'll look for them specifically like later on the video, so I can ask blathers to assess them and sell the fossils for a higher price at Nooks. I wait until I get the task to ask blathers to assess the fossils so I can get both bells and nook miles for assessing fossils. You should also water your flowers if you're trying to expand the flowers on your island or if you're trying to breed new colors. I have a series of shorts on my channel explaining how to breed all the colors of all the different flowers if you'd like to learn more about flower breeding. If you want to build your relation with your villagers, you should talk to them every day and give them stuff. Side note, if you wrap your gifts, you'll get additional friendship points. Chopping wood is another task that is super easy to do, will give you materials, and the more you do it, the closer you get to achieving milestones that give you nook miles. After chopping the wood, I made some more orange juice for a task, went looking for the other fossils and hit the other rocks. While looking for the fossils and rocks, I found a lost item that I will return later. I found a glowing spot and planted a money tree with 10k bells because a few days later it will grow 30k. You can bury other amounts, but the safest amounts are between 1000 and 10,000 because above those numbers is a question of playing with the odds. I'm not interested in finishing the museum on this island, so I will sell the fossils after assessing them, but you can always donate them to grow your collection and sell the ones you already have. I got the task to change my clothes, and I could change them right away because I had a wardrobe with me. After finishing that task, I returned the last item to its owner and went and sold everything I had to Timmy and Tommy, and also bought an item to complete the task. A good way of earning some bells is ask for the hot item and sell it for extra profit. Some items are better than others, and a little neat trick that I'm not going to show on this video but I've tried before is placing a donation box and donate some bells every day and check to see if the donation box is selected to be a hot item, because when you sell it, you will receive double of what's been donated. When I'm done with doing the Nook Miles tasks or want a break, I go outside and catch all the manila clams, fish and bugs that I can find and sell later. There are some milestones for catching bugs and sea creatures and for fishing, so I always like to get as many as I can. I also like to visit the Able sisters and talk to Sable to get some cute patterns. Another side note, it took me so long to realize that I could go into the fitting room to see the whole daily catalog. It's embarrassing. I went fishing again to finish the task, catch some more bugs, found and assessed a fossil, and sold the stuff to Timmy and Tommy and to Flake as well. Planted some flower seeds, and besides finishing a Nook Miles Plus task, I also achieved 2 milestones and earned Nook Miles because of that. I catch some more bugs, fished some more fish, sold it all and went diving. I left my stuff on the beach, and you can also leave your tools to have more pocket space for sea creatures, but I didn't. I filled my pockets, gave a scallop to Pascal. I love him, he's super cute. And there are also milestones for giving scallops to Pascals, and sometimes it gives you DIYs, which is also good to achieve milestones. I love diving and catching sea creatures, to be honest. It's super relaxing and peaceful, and after filling my pockets I get a bunch of bells for the stuff that I catch. Sometimes I go multiple times per day because it's so chill, and I don't mind spending a little more time doing it because I will have a nice return in bells in the end, so... I usually wait to get the task to sell the shells, but I wasn't getting that task, so I just collected them and sold them anyway to earn some bells. I went to a cap in an island in hopes of finding some produce, but I didn't find any, though it's always a pleasure listening to him sing. I eventually got some potatoes and earned some more Nook Miles for it, and if you really want some Nook Miles and bells, you can always plant a bunch, and when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of produce, water it, and a few days later pick it all up and sell on Nook's Cranny. It takes some work, but I've done it in the past and it feels so good seeing all the profit. The last thing I would do, well, maybe I would do it when visiting bladders to assess fossils, but anyway, I would drink some coffee at Roost's, but I don't have him on his island. Just like it happens with stretching, you get special prizes in Nook Miles at different milestones, so make sure you visit him every day if you have him on your island, I mean. And that's it. I spent roughly an hour and a half doing this routine, which I don't think it's that bad. Numbers may change, but just so you have an idea of what I got from just playing the game for 1 hour and a half, I started with 24,860 Nook Miles and 30,954 bells, and finished with 31,060 Nook Miles and 149,871 bells, which means I made 6,200 Nook miles, and 118,917 bells, and I don't feel like I've put that much effort to achieve these results. Does your daily routine include any of these things? Does it include them all, or do you have a completely different routine? Is there anything I should include on my routine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I usually post this type of guides as shorts on my channel, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next time I upload this type of content. I have a playlist where I built this island that you've seen in this video, if you'd like to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!